Good morning, beautiful people. So this morning I felt like there was a message. I felt like this, I don't know, like my heart was like racing. Like there was something that it felt like a sense of urgency, like I needed to get something out. I wasn't sure what. So I felt like I needed to do a tarot reading, so that's what I did. I haven't done one on here in a little while, but let's just jump into this. So I pulled 3 cards. The first card was the Temperance card, second card was the Eight of Pentacles, and the third card was the Ace of Wands. Now this is significant if you think about all of the stuff that I have been talking about for the past couple months now, to be honest with you. But just like recently, if you watch like any of my most recent videos where I was talking about we are reaching like kind of this point of destiny, right, where the ways of the old world, of the old systems are completely being demolished, like they're done. And so Pluto, being in Aquarius, is forcing us into this humanitarian track where we are going to develop systems that are good for everybody and not just a certain amount of people, right? That will require cooperation, that will require us to like be kind, be loving, to share resources, you know, to be there for one another, to actually care about other human beings. Even if we don't know them, we still care for them because we don't want to see another person, another human being suffering, right? So with this Temperance card, this is definitely giving that energy of, you know what? I have some extra beans in my house. I have some extra rice. I have some extra canned goods. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to share that resource with other people. I am going to be of service to my community. I'm going to share what I have because that is the right thing to do. Does that mean that I'm going to put myself out so I don't have anything to eat? No, but it means that if I have extra and I know that I can spare it, then that's what I'm going to do. Because the only way that we are going to get through this time, because trust and believe, it is going to get worse. The only way we are getting through this time is by working together, is by building together. This is the only way that we're getting through this time. And this is a lesson within itself, right? This is a lesson of learning how to and to interdepend on each other, learning to get away from the self and getting into the we, and like really grounding ourselves into community, into helping one another, into caring for one another. And you know what? You know what the reward will be? The reward will be this. The reward will be that there will be infinite possibilities open to us. Just like I said, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday when I said, like, once we pass this point of destiny, we get past the hard part, right? You know, the part that's in the middle, the point of destiny, where we have to put in kind of like the work of staying in alignment so that we can have these possibilities, so that we can have these things. Sometimes people are looking at this situation of everything that is going on, and I can understand how easily it is to look at this and see no way out. But Spirit is telling us that there is. We just have to pass this point, right? I talked about this point of destiny yesterday. And then once we pass that, we will be here. We will be here. We will be here in this new world, in this new system that we are creating. So I want to pull some additional cards. Sorry for the noise. This was like so not prepared to do this reading, but you know, whatever. So what additional messages, words of encouragement do you have for us? Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Stag Spirit, take the lead. And then lastly, Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. So time for a deep dive. This is really the time for us to dig into what type of people we want to be, what type of community we want to create, what type of world we want to live in, what type of legacy we want to leave behind, what type of world do we want our children to grow up in. Stag Spirit, take the lead. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be a follower? Or are you going to be a leader? Are you going to be a person that stands up? Are you going to be a person that helps out? Or are you going to sit back in the background and wait for someone else to take the lead and then you just like mosey on in, if you do at all? Nightingale Spirit, love is all around us. These infinite possibilities. And when I say love is all around us, I'm not talking about some like woo woo shit, you know, oh, love is all around us. Like, no, I really mean like loving, right? Loving someone. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I have a romantic love for this person, or it's like some type of, you know how some people be like, love you, but they don't really mean it. No, this is like a love of humanity, right? A love of, okay, I don't want to see a child starve, right? There is an aspect of you that cares, that loves this child, even though you don't know this child, right? There's an aspect of you that feels when you see people suffering. That is love. It is not familiar love, right? It's not friendship love, like a love that you're acquainted with. But that type of care to not want to see someone suffer is love. And that is the frequency that we are returning to, as a frequency of love. We are getting away from this frequency of this low vibrational frequency of greed, of selfishness, of ego, and we are returning to a baseline of love. Does that mean that everything will be perfect in the future? No, right? No. But it does mean that we are moving towards a future that is better than the one that we are living in right now, the one that is literally crumbling right now. So we have to decide who we are going to be right now, because we are in the building phase of this new reality that we are moving into. And like I said before, there are going to be people that are not going to be coming, right? However that looks. But you have to make a decision.